Welcome in, everyone. We are back with Sultan's game. How is everyone today? I hope everyone is doing well. We will be getting back to our run with our zoo in just a moment. But, yeah, it's a beautiful day to play the Sultan's game. If you would like to get the game, this is the link. Feel free to sit back, relax, and I'll get into this in just a moment. Alright, let's go. We've got things to do today. This is where we stand. We have 3 days until our execution on the current carnality card. We have Nawful to challenge. This is a problem. We have 16 renown. We are a very good person. We have 1 infamy, which means our sins are low. We have 6 influence in the court at the moment. For good or for ill. We have 6 notoriety amongst the criminals and adventurers and freemen. We also have 7 insight into the gods and whatnot. We have built an observatory. We have a gold birdhouse that needs somebody to mind it. We also have a crocodile pond where we can shove evidence to make it go away. We're in cooperation with the jackals currently. They give us a piece of their take. Yeah, there's a lot going on. We also have 5 gold die, which is very nice. Let's see here. This is our inventory currently. The puppy whistle allows one to give a follower an extra equipment slot for equipping a pet. But you have to spend a methinks on it, so we may not do that for a minute. This is all of our intelligence. As you can see, we have quite a bit of intelligence, but mostly stone level. Here are all of our books that we have collected but haven't yet to read, and we are cycling through the books we've already taken before. And this is equipment and miscellaneous, generally. Here's this point of evidence that we need to get rid of. So it looks like we are making use of this crocodile pond. Anyway. Done. Evidence, poof. No more. Okay. Nabini is still running around, doing whatever the heck he wants. And the only way to get him back is to send her wife. Because she's the only one with the high enough charisma to do it. We do have Quaes in the prison that we haven't gotten rid of, and Raid is also in the prison. We could, the leader of the vagrants, we could just literally buy her. She is a bronze level card, so with her messy hair, crooked teeth, and lack of sophistication, one could argue she is nowhere near conventionally attractive, but her crooked smile and mace in her hand make one overlook these flaws. She already has an animal slot too. She's pretty good. Pretty good charisma, survival, combat, wisdom. Yeah, we want her, and we can afford her, so we're gonna take her. Cool. You, we will deal another day. We do need to kill Murtaz. We have 3 days to get that done, so that's not a problem. who are we going to have manage you? So I have a feeling we're gonna get rid of this guy. So maybe Mahir, our eccentric artisan, might enjoy spending time with the gold bird. Yeah, we'll do that for the time being. Here's the book hunt for Asal. The bookstore owner, this is the only way we can get books now, and if we don't get books within this time, there's always other times. The Sultan is out, so we can... Omen or inside information? I think another thing of Omen would be good. I think this is the last day before the Sultan comes back. We do need someone to take care of the estate. But let's get into what we need for this. We don't have any loyal troops. None whatsoever. So, failing will lead to death, so be well prepared. We need physique and combat. We are one of the better fighters. She doesn't have a lot of physique, but she does have a lot of combat. So we may not be strong, but we are going to be very crazy. We don't have a conquest or bloodshed card. So that's that. And we don't have any troops. So we're basically just relying on sheer combat to overwhelm this guy. Actually, it might be better to use this one. Yeah, this one. We're gonna use our Malthic flares for this. Really drive the point home. This guy is going down. As best as we can make him. What happens if you methinks the Sultan's card? You get an event for it. Generally speaking, Trav. And I can't even click the button because we don't have troops. We have to have troops? What is this? I can't... I don't have any troops. This is bullshit. So this might destroy me. Like, literally, Nothel may kill me at this point. Because I don't have any troops. None whatsoever. Which is... bull. Bull hooey, I tell you. Bull hooey. Jalila's in the House of Delights? Crap. That's not good. I was hoping to use Sharma, who was here before. Sadly, she hasn't moved on. We also have this mountain lion that we must either hunt or sacrifice someone to get a mountain lion pet. So I was just gonna do this. This should be decent. So this guy is actually a prisoner. I can't equip him with anything. I can give him books, and I have, but it's fine. I don't really absolutely need him. I don't necessarily have to send Arzu. I could send her instead. And it would probably be fine. She has a lot of really good gear. Between the two of them, they should be fine. So we'll do that, I guess. Actually, if you place a sacrifice, you won't have to have combatants. So I could just do this guy. Boop. That's it. That's all I will do. Oh, I guess somebody has to go. Fine. I will let all of them go. Okay. I don't have a vacant room or mansion for this guest house, so I can't do anything with that. So let's see what happens if I do this. You stare at the carnality card in hand. The intricate patterns on the card make you dizzy. The Sultan's butcher knife is right in front of you. You decide to release your desires at home and pick someone from your surroundings to satisfy the Sultan's malice. So that's all that will give me, but I don't have a silver level carnality person besides myself to do this with, so it really does not help at all. However, it looks like we can do this here, but you need someone with passion to trigger it. So we could try to use it with Haunted Mansion. The only problem is that our wife has 2 things of passion, and our best friend, Barrage, has a thing of passion, but neither of them are silver. So that is the problem. Now, we could go to the Miracle of Restoration and reset the remaining time of the Sultan Chord. Possibly. So that we have more time to complete it. Because we just need Sharma in the House of Delights. And she was literally just there. I just ran out of time. So actually that might be for the best. Which means that you end up managing the estate. And you can probably go on the book hunt. You don't have any survival though. So we will need something with survival. And we are the only one left. Do we want to put a pet on Arzu? That's a question. That is a question. Okay. Bear's whistle, enabling the user to communicate effectively with animals. Event more useful than puff 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 has appeared. So, there we go. We will get a follower, or a pet. This is a whistle for training puppies, accompanied by a set of dog communication skills uniquely created by Faris. More useful than puff puff puff. Arzu learned how to train a puppy, so where's the puppy? Trying with a kitten, pony, or a little crocodile might work, right? Well, the crocodile's already in a pond, but we can now put the stallion on him, which will give him physique, charisma, and survival up. So now, our chosen one is the most powerful person card in the game that we have. And I even have enough money for this if I wanted it. this bothers me, because the only thing I don't have is troops, and I have no way of gaining troops. Like, literally none. How am I supposed to gain troops? What does this do? Reassess your piety. You witnessed your own act of piety. A follower who witnesses your act of piety. Consolidation of marks of piety here reaching 3 will upgrade your conviction. It only has piety 2. Okay. We could just do this. But we don't have any piety on ourselves, so this won't actually upgrade, but we can try. I think we might get this back if we just wait it out. So I could go to the bathhouse. I could attempt, like, Snake Valley, for instance. Not that I have a companion to send, but... you need sufficient knowledge and strong physique to hunt the snakes. Enough wisdom and knowledge might bring unexpected surprises. So, upping our survival and wisdom would be great for this challenge. We could do Snake Valley. We could work on the trail of the Wolf King. I think Snake Valley is safer. We could get the next step of Quais's story going. I don't know. Hi, Winter Fairy, welcome in. Welcome in, my girl. It's, I don't know what I'm doing. But this is going to expire and be problematic for us this turn, and I don't have any way of undoing it, so... I wonder. It says you can equip it, but I have not found that to be actual thing. Okay. I actually think starting this would probably be for the best. Because you need at least 10 gold and enough influence in the court to have the Sultan let you get him out of jail. So we'll just... This is where we're at. And hopefully we don't die today. I don't know what to do. Here we go, guys. Let's see what happens. If we all die, well... When you walk in goodness, you see the current of evil. You feel the evil thoughts and strands of depravity spread out by the cards in your hands. And every good deed you stick to tears apart those strands and the connections with this corrupt world. This both weakens the Sultan card itself and the great evil pervading the world. Unfortunately, that bloody countdown still haunts you, threatens you, tempts you to make you fall into injustice. You are so exhausted, having persisted until now. Perhaps only God can give you some guidance. Restoration lies within the miracle of purification. The Immaculate Purity has been tirelessly worked to cleanse the world corrupted by darkness. Now, he has answered your prayers, channeling your virtuous deeds to make things right, returning the countdown of this cursed card to its pristine original state, as pure as when it first emerged from the magician's deck. This restoration is sacred and supernatural. All players, you, the Sultan, even the magician herself, can feel the overwhelming power from this sacred reset. Praise the light, praise the Lord of purity, and may his purifying grace swiftly descend upon us. So we are back to a full 7 days before we are executed. The main ways to get troops seems to be boosting your reputation type status and attracting people of an appropriate kind. Some characters can link up troops if you do their events. There's also magic ones from various things. Yeah, I haven't found any avenue to that, so trying to deal with Nawful as my rival is just not going well. You know what I mean, Trav? And that's fine. We are on our very first run of this game since it came out, since it stopped being a demo, and we are also not very well upgraded with fate points in advance, so we are at the very bare bone basic that we can be to play the game. And that will, of course, make things more difficult and give us a greater difficulty curve. So the fact that I just haven't found the route yet because I'm not far enough into the end game of this thing is to be expected. You plan to bring a small gift and try to subtly probe the Sultan's opinion on the unfortunate soul who dared to confront him openly and ended up imprisoned, still unable to escape. You respectfully offered coins to the Sultan. The Sultan rubs the coins you offered, seemingly recalling the person you mentioned. Ah, I remember now. I was saving him for a suitable bloodshed card. A cruel smile tugs at the Sultan's lips. Then he waves his hand dismissively. Lucky him, you are playing this game now. You get to decide. You prostrate before the Sultan, feeling a sense of shared hardship and relief. Thankfully, the Sultan was already over with the game when you jumped out to rebuke him. So we have the Sultan's forgiveness for Quaes. Should you trust the evil dream or dispose of the monster still craving human flesh? You sacrificed a living person. The mountain lion eagerly pounces on its meal, devouring wildly, feasting grandly, leaving only bones and blood pools with the feline sighing satisfyingly. You are sure something has departed from its body. The gigantic cat curiously eyes you, its face smeared with blood, then lies on the ground, exposing its soft belly for you to caress. So now we own the mountain lion, but our outspoken prisoner is gone. Regardless of the outcome, she enjoyed the combat. Ooh, marks of combat for Adilla, which is very important for her. Ah, time for the estate. Let's make some money, shall we? Easy. Much money, many wow. But we are still obsessed with carnality. Here, the prison for nobles and serious criminals alike. Unlike what the common people might imagine, there are no gold toilets or velvet quilts here. What you have is darkness, dampness, and ignored rats. The only usual thing might be that due to family bribes, the prisoners' meals aren't very bad. So we paid for Raid's release, which means he becomes a follower and supports us. Nice. The Sultan is still out, but he has returned to his loyal court. Pieces of the puzzle. The murmured exchanges among colleagues dissolve into holy silence and flashes of future flicker before your eyes, but upon thought, they remain a blur. Nabani is still being Nabani, but he'll be back. But he's back with our wife. The bookstore owner is headed out into the refugee camp for any books that someone might sell for money for food. It's good we have a supporter since we lost Zaki. Yeah, we mishandled Zaki. Next time we will know better. So let us see. We need 4 successes out of 12. I think we rocked that just fine. So we get a book. Victory against the odds. So, yay. Alright, here we are. The Sultan has returned to his loyal palace. So the grand game is back. I'm gonna just do this and this. Oh boy. And now we can do this. So victory against the odds. Sultan's forgiveness can stay there. Mountain lion stats are physique and combat versus physique, charisma, and survival. Interesting. So if I do this, yeah, we now have the mountain lion's combat stat, the mountain lion stats versus the stallions, which is very nice. For the day-to-day, though, I think I'm gonna keep him with the stallion. We have a mountain lion. It's very nice. Okay. This man had any passion on him. We could use the carnality card on him. We technically could use the carnality card on him anyway. We just could. Just FYI. But Shama is back in the House of Delight, so we may as well do that instead. Let's see here. This is confession, to confess our sins, people and books. Magic, charisma. Interesting. Okay. Well, we have raid. They're not a noble, but they are a follower. Cool. When it comes to the prison, we have this, so we may as well get that done. Get that set up. Let's see here. The foreign merchant is back. We only have 8 coins, so we can get the Mantle of Forgotten Gods as an accessory. Everything else is too expensive. This is a really good shield. This is one of the better swords in the game. We don't have anything to sell. I don't really care about these items at the moment. So I am just gonna send someone for essentially the rent. Because it like just essentially happens. Good. So there's that. We have a little bit more coin. What's this? The Cursed. Due to your reputation, some notorious criminals chose to take refuge with you. If you accept them, their evidence will be borne by you. You can choose to ignore them or use the bloodshed cards on as them what they're due. This criminal has a little bit of combat and some magic. If we care to take them. We can send a follower to recruit them, or we can ignore them, or we can use a bloodshed card, and I think we might just ignore this one. But the famous Hamar brothers are back. Who's in court? You actually do have more support than opposition from us, so we don't have to send someone to court, but it would be advisable. Oh.
Oh.
Nah, we'll send him. We do need someone to tend to the estate. That's pretty good. That will make money. Perhaps we go hunting here. Not you. You. She will have way more fun. Let's see here. Survival and wisdom. That's wisdom and combat. Survival and stealth. Wisdom and sociability. Charisma and magic. Survival and magic. I think that will be good enough. Let's go deal with the snakes. We've just not done that. Still leaves us with plenty of people. Actually, I should have done this. Oh, they don't have enough survival. Maybe we'll do this instead. See if they can manage that. Because I need you to go here for this. We might as well just get it done. Could do the Water of Life. Really rock her world. It's charisma and physique. We could, instead of the Water of Life, do like a secret. Like that. I just want to get this carnality card done. So we have Maggie and Raid left. Maggie can go to the bathhouse.
Huh?
That would be fine. So we just have a single non-noble follower who can do basically nothing. Oh, we don't even have enough gold for this. Never mind. Nope, that's full. This is full. Just kind of clearing the board for things. It doesn't matter that we don't really have anywhere for this person to go. I kind of wish we still had the bookshop, but we don't. What do you mean I can't send? Wisdom and survival? No. I'll wait. It's fine, they don't have to be useful. Can she equip the lion? Actually, she can. That helps her out immensely in combat and physique arenas, actually. Good thought. But it does not help in the Trail of the Wolf King because survival and wisdom is the thing, and Mountain Lion is physique and combat, so not super helpful there. Not super helpful there. Yeah, and none of these people have pet slots, so it's fine. We'll figure it out. This is probably the best we can get for this particular round, or turn, whatever. So let's find out what happens, shall we? What happens in the bathhouse? Ooh, we learned so many things. We got silver inside information. Very nice. People are coming to the estate still, so let's make some money. We made a lot of money, or at least as much money as we could. And a noteworthy event. On the street, a peculiar man stops you and invites you to join a mysterious game. He tells you that if you successfully complete it, you will receive a rare treasure, and the game is very simple, with every step clearly written in this ancient manual. Do we join the challenge, drive him away, or introduce him to the Sultan? What do we think, chat? This seems like a trap. Don't introduce him to the Sultan. He sounds really dubious and will just make the Sultan worse. Well, think of it this way. He will either amuse the Sultan, piss off the Sultan, and die. He's not really gonna make the Sultan worse, because we are playing the worst game. I guarantee you. The Sultan's game is the worst game. Whatever his challenge is not nearly as bad. But do we join it, Trav? That's what I want to know. Maybe just drive him away? I mean, that's probably the safest bet. Alright. The Sultan's game is already annoying enough. Who wants extra thrills in a game where the knife is already at your throat? You scold him fiercely, but he just watches you with a growing, exaggerated, and distorted smile. His features soon blur into a mess, and then he is swallowed by darkness in an instant, disappearing completely in front of you. We gained a Mystique card. Whatever that is, and coin. Oh, information. That was some sort of supernatural. Alright. We are back in the prison. You informed the guard of the Sultan's forgiveness. The guard opened the cell door, and the tortured prisoner had no strength to say anything to you. Fearing the Sultan might change his mind, the prisoner's mother, after expressing endless gratitude to you, hurriedly took her son away. Quaes, as you can see, is a silver card. He's no longer a stone card. He's a silver card. And we gained 1 renown for this. We sent somebody to court and got some inside information, as well as wearying the Sultan, as usual, and gaining more inside information. Good job, Faraj. He's very good. He's very good. The city's brothel, said to have a history older than the city walls and palace. Regardless, it's a good place to break the Sultan cards because no matter how beautiful and praised they are just playthings indulged in for money. Her words seem to have a kind of magic. You've never had such stimulating conversations with a woman. It's not flattery or pandering, but inspiration. You wanted to find pen and paper to record her words, but found yourselves already entwined. She mastered a magical rhythm and alternated passion with gentle touches and changing postures to prolong both sides' pleasure. In such a wonderful atmosphere, she removed her last piece of silk, revealing her secret. She is both male and female, hence understanding the pleasures of both. Upon her suggestion, you swapped roles and enjoyed the supreme passion again. Although you often found it absurd afterwards, Shama had the charm to make everything happen naturally. And thus, we have satisfied a carnality card by once again cheating on our wife. This is just a transaction, but it might spark passion. We need at least 2 successes for passion to spark, and we're gonna get them because frickin' so many die. Suddenly, she grasps you, hesitant, joyful, and somewhat cruel. Poor thing, I think I am starting to like you. Oh dear. Double the pleasure. We will very shortly be getting a new card. Let's hope it's a silver conquest card. I would love that right now. Not gold. Silver. Oh. I just, like, hoped for a silver conquest card and then got a silver conquest card. Game, are you reading my mind? What the heck? Somebody clip that for me. That was wild. I did. I called it. It was like I called it out of the ether. This one's tricky. This magician. She's tricky. Well, let's see what our progress is. We have survived 49 days. We are down to 16 out of 28 cards. Carnality only has 3 left. Conquest has 4. Bloodshed has 5. Extravagance has 4. So we kind of are heavy on Bloodshed, light on Carnality at this point. This Bloodshed is going to hurt the worst, I think. Honestly. Honestly. So this is where we're at when it comes to dealing with the deck. We are no closer to escaping from the Sultan's game at all. We do not have a target location to go to, and we do not have a method with which to open the gate at all whatsoever. So there's that. The boathouse date. A lover yearning for your body is calling you. You can use carnality or bloodshed according to your preferences, or you can choose to add nothing. Of course it's you, your wife who longs for your body. Oh. Signs of carnality bathhouse. I don't think we have this. We don't have this. I mean, I want passion with my wife. Absolutely. But we'll see where we get with that. Alright, what do we have? We have this confession. We can send anyone we want to it, or these books. Which I don't care about confession. It comes back around. All the time. We have the famous Hamar brothers to deal with this conquest card with. We got at least another round on that. Reprobates in the refuge. We can recruit this guy or we can kill him. I'm probably just going to ignore him. Snake Valley resolves tomorrow, so these two will be back soon. We do need... Well... The Theologian is kind of in support of us more than opposition, so that's not really a problem. We could skip out on court if we felt like it. I don't recommend, but we could. We do need to kill this guy. This is quite literally the last we can do. It would be useful to use a... It would be useful to use a bloodshed card on him, but at this point, I think we just need to put him out of his misery personally. Plague! Welcome in. How you feeling, man? How you doing? Yes, I did want. I wanted, but I got what I wanted. It was crazy. You missed a really crazy moment where I was like, hey, I hope I get a silver card, a silver conquest card next, and then I got exactly what I wanted. It was like the game was listening to me, Plague. It was wild. Before I lock that in, let me clean this up. This needs to go down here. Is there anything else that we need to shift around? We might consider making people read books. Honestly. So I have 5 charisma. Some of it is from equipment. My wife has 6, also the same. You have 3. And your sociability is low, but I don't like you. She only has 3 and probably could use some more. Some of it is from equipment. You have plenty of charisma. And you have pretty decent charisma, although I believe some of it is from this as well. Okay. This is stealth. This is physique and combat, which might be actually really great for you. Honestly. You don't need it at all. Mostly because you are rocking with a mountain lion. Yeah. Need 5 wisdom and 3 magic to read it. I have 6 wisdom and 6 magic, so like I could just go whole hog on books, kind of. Okay, who are we sending to court? No one, because we have 3 support in court. It's fine. We will get a little bit less intelligence, but that's fine. Who are we sending to the estate? Just you? Both of you, maybe? No, maybe not. Do that. Which does leave us the ability to just kill this guy. And still leaves us lots of people. Except the boathouse date is here as well. So I don't actually have to use you. Maybe I use you instead. Maybe I use you instead. Yeah, I'll use you instead. The bathhouse can be for me and my lovely wife. We can do the Hamar brothers next round. I will have both of you go in on this. And that just leaves you out once more, which is fine. Actually. Ah, double the pleasure. This is the story of a socialite who won the hearts of men with a charming secret. What did I lose? No, it gave me double the freedom and joy. Use a carnality card on Shama. Because Shama is a hermaphrodite. Fun times. You're doing good. You ordered a signed poster from the artist I was a Teenage Exocolonist today, or one of the main ones. I know there were a lot of artists in that game. That's amazing, Plague. I'm so proud of you for seeking joy in a game that you fell in love with. What's on the post? Trav inquires, what's on the poster? Just the art on the Steam page of all the characters. Also got a little wooden Rex for my keychain. That's fantastic, Plague. Well done. Well done. That is awesome. I will echo Trav's sentiment on the matter. Fenren! Fen! Dearest, I adore you. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. I know that Pee-Pee is also streaming, so if you're bouncing between us, I just appreciate you lurking here, or hanging out if you'd like, to watch me squirm in the Sultan's game, where I feel like I'm on the verge of death and destruction at any point in time, because basically I am. I am doing well. Thank you for asking. If you haven't hydrated recently, you should consider doing it now, because I just did. Wahaha. Is this all I want to do for this turn? I have some things ticking over. I do. Yeah, I think that's really it. These guys come back next turn, so we're gonna see what Snake Valley does in a moment. We don't have any nobles for the bathhouse, because this is a slot for a noble and this is a slot for somebody else, and she is not a noble. She's just a follower, as is Lumera, so I can't double them up. This is a one-person job. But I could send you here and then do bathhouse with you. That actually works out. That might be for the best. Confession doesn't matter if it goes away. It will come back around. Sanatorium we don't need at the moment, though we might after Snake Valley. We don't have a vacant room or mansion, much less how much it costs to do it. So this is just waiting. What's in the equipment merchant shop? I haven't even looked. The only things I really want in here is the armor and the slippers, neither of which I have the money for. So this isn't really that big a deal. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. And we're cleaning up some of the board because it just got really messy for a while and you could hardly tell what was going on. So yeah, let's end the day and see how this works out for us. Someone told you about a sandy valley outside the city where many snakes roam. The black market is buying their venom glands at a high price, but it's not easy to obtain them. First, you need to survive the onslaught of snake fangs. In the desolate valley, you hear the hiss of snake tongues approaching. We need at least a single success to hunt the snakes out of 8 die. I don't know, chat. Did we successfully do this hunt, or do we need to reroll? May have been a little overkill. Familiar with the snake's habits and experienced enough, you swiftly press down the snake's head, pin its neck, and quickly stuff it into a prepared sack. Live snakes fetch a better price. You seem to hear the sound of coins falling into your purse. We got 5 coins. I believe both of these guys got an uptick in survival, and we got snake venom, which could be very useful. So that's cool. As you leave the valley, you notice a clump of low shrubbery. Out of 6 die, we need at least 2 to find the healing herbs, which will be very beneficial. Well, we got 3, so I think we're good. Attracted by its feather-like small leaves and crumpled yellow flowers, you suddenly remember a healing herb that you saw in the herbal collection. Its juice is said to even neutralize viper poison. You carefully collect some for future use, an unexpected surprise indeed. Whether you say herb or herb, technically both pronunciations are correct. One of them is Americanized, and one of them is English. I don't know which is which. I don't care which is which. I've argued both sides of too much to even say which is which, but it's still both correct. According at least to, you know, the internet. Your mileage may vary. English pronounces the H because it's there. Yeah. Well, so does my mother. So, there you go. You decide to kill this pathetic person and end the despair and pain he dares not end. You judge this wretched soul, proclaiming his sins for all to hear. The priests arrive, destroying the strange totems. The people argue. Were they truly conduits to demons, or merely a coward's desperate delusions? As for Murtaz's meager belongings, you pocket them while no one is watching. The vizier is very pleased with the outcome. He examined the pale head, sneering at the pitiful hatred that it would never act upon. How could anyone dare to attract the Sultan's attention with such means? How shameless! You listened to Abdul's muttering, and the hidden emotion in his slightly squinting eyes sent chills down your spine. But we did gain an influence and gold for that horrific task. We sent someone to the bathhouse. Let's see if we get good information, because the more successes we get, the higher the level of information. A 3, I think that's a bronze at the very least. No, it's a silver. We got a silver mystique. Nice. So that was fabulous, actually. People are still willing to come to our state. Let's make it the money. We needed 3 successes. We got 7, which means we will get 5 gold just for all of that. And something noteworthy happens. Your neighbor, a fool who always competes with you, beats his own wife's face just to warn her not to talk to someone like you. A man who commits adultery with women using magician cards. Do we admit that we are exactly who he described? Do we beat him up for beating his wife? Do we ignore him? Or do we go, just women? Because we have dabbled in men as well. Winter Fairy, you're gonna make me vote this myself? Oh, you are crowning yourself for 2. You want to beat this man up. Okay, that's fair. All right, Winter Fairy has crowned herself queen of the vote because Winter Fairy goes by she, her pronouns as far as I recall. And we're gonna beat this man up because he is a bad, bad man who is picking on his wife over his neighbor's shenanigans. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No. Just as you knock on his door, he jumps out the back window, breaking a leg and wetting his pants. This makes you lose interest in tormenting him further. This matter ends here. Our notoriety went up. We made him so afraid for his life that he tried to jump out a window and hurt himself. We didn't have to do any of the beating up at all. He beat himself up. All right. Frequent appearances in the palace are necessary. I don't think we sent anyone. We still got some inside information just because we had made friends with the person who was speaking that day. The Sultan gets weary, but we didn't get anything more than inside information. Ah, the bathhouse date. A lover yearning for your body is calling you. You had a wonderful date, strengthening your affection for each other, which means our wife is up to 3 passion. Hell yeah. We love our wife. She is the best thing. Adilla seems to be looking for us. And the bookstore is back. So we now have 7 notoriety, 7 influence, 17 renown, only a single point of infamy, and 7 insight, and 5 gold die for if we ever need an automatic success on something. So she wants to talk to us. We get to have a date at the bookstore. Oh, yes. Each location can only satisfy the Sultan's card once, but you can still attend the date. Okay. Characters with passion for the protagonist will be drawn to date-like events. Advancing date-like events can increase passion, triggering more plots. You don't have to be involved in these kinds of events. So this is optional. I just don't know if they re-roll up, is the thing. What else do we have going on over here? Okay. Receive divine grace. Ah, yes. We can lift a curse or receive a blessing. Money accepted by the church is not usually refunded. Each character can only receive 1 blessing. Only when the protagonist is present can the Sultan card exert its effect through, though not all can be broken on site. So there's that. Okay. He's back to horsing the fuck around. We're gonna fix that. Our wife is things. Quaes is here, and he supports us. He's a forthright courtier. You've rescued the righteous noble prisoner and restored his honor. He once more stands in the Sultan's court, clinging to his ridiculous integrity, making himself a thorn in the Sultan's side. He is a silver ranked card with somewhat decent stats, and because we saved him from prison, he supports us in court. So we don't actually have to show up to court if we don't want to. Visiting the palace gives us extra intelligence, but so long as we have more support than opposition, we get intelligence, period. So that's not a big deal. Jalila is back in the House of Delights. This guy, the Cursed, is still chillin'. I don't particularly need him. I would like to deal with the famous Hamar brothers. I know that they'll come back round if I just ignore them, but I would like to just be done. So let's clean up what we have here. Mystique can come here. Healing herb. Snake venom. And we do need to find out what Adilla wants as well. So that's where we stand stuff-wise, and I just keep not reading these books. So there's that. Yeah, let's just deal with these guys. Let's just go conquest. Although, wait. Let's first figure out what's going on here. We need more renown. Also, we should try to build a guest house. I don't have any valid card to build the guest house with, Trav. That is literally the problem with that one. Like, I would love to build the guest house. I can't. I don't have anything to build it with. Adilla knocks on your door. She holds a paper-wrapped roast lamb in one hand and a liquor bottle in the other, apparently having stopped by on her way from the market. Ah, it's you. Would you like to have a drink? She raises the bottle with an easy familiarity and then adds, though I originally came to find your wife. Adilla has lost the tag event hint. Event wine and flesh has appeared. So Maggie or you. Okay. You can leave space for these two women or join their conversation. Of course, being the master of this house, you can entertain her by yourself. She won't mind. If you leave the guest unattended, she will leave for sure. But how many days do I have? I have 5 days. Okay, so we can get this asshole back and then send our wife over to be friends, and it'll be fine. The bookstore rendezvous will probably go away, but that's fine. Alright, so we've got a need to manage the estate. What if I did this? Okay. What if I sent you here just for that? Oh, wait, no. I need... Actually, you can stay there. It's you guys. It's you and you who should do this. Because then, me and this badass can go deal with the Hamar brothers. Because it's physique and combat. And we have that in spades. I can conquest the crap out of these guys. Look at that. Ridiculous numbers. And then we'll probably be able to get them out of jail. Do we even want to take, like, do we even want to use any of this? I don't even need to. Like, I'm just gonna go. Let's get rid of these freaking Hamar brothers, maybe. Ah, but like, I need a vacant room or mansion. I don't have it anymore. And the construction cost is 10. Building a stone tier guest house requires 10 gold coins. But like, I can't just pay money and have it happen, unfortunately. Really annoying. Just very, very annoying. Could buy the armor. It's pretty nice. I do like these slippers. Also very nice. Not worried about it. Let's keep our money for now. There are other things to spend it on. Yeah, so vacant place. How do we get that then? Well, we had one at one point because we had helped with the winery event or no, the vagrant house or something like that. Yeah, we did rent that place to the merchant, so I suppose we have to deal with the merchant when he comes back around. But yeah, for now, this is what we have. I think we're done with particularly this round, but yeah. The famous Hamar brothers. It is said that the brothers Hamar and Jamor, who occupy this place are infamous and cruel highway robbers. One values life more than money, the other values money more than life. If someone is unfortunate enough to counter them together, they will have neither money nor life. The security team warns passing caravans to hire enough guards and avoid this dune area whenever possible. The whereabouts of the Hamar brothers have been exposed, but capturing them is not so easy. We will need 2 successes out of 15 to catch them. I don't know, chat. Do we think 8 successes is enough? Whoopsie poopsie. I don't know. What do you guys think? Each brother has his strengths and weaknesses. You had one companion disguised as a miserly merchant, leading a camel alone, enticing the greedy Jamor. Without his cunning brother, the reckless Hamar was no issue. You managed to separate and defeat them individually, tying them up and marching them back to town well before sunset. Renown +1. Shackled these guys. She got combat. I got combat. Let's go. The Sultan allows you to break this conquest card. In the following days, you hear that the guards frequently come and go at the city gates, seemingly searching for the thief's treasure. Well, that's not an enticement, now is it? Yeah, I just might have pulled through on that one by the skin of my teeth. You drove out those criminals, but your ambiguous attitude awakened some people's ambitions. Well, great. People are still coming to the house, so let us make money. We made money. Clink, clink. Frequent appearances at the palace. We are carrying on. The Sultan becomes weary, and, well, we got even more information. Good job, Faraj. Nabani is back. With my wife. What a jerk. Ooh. You've got a lot of renown and notoriety. They don't know what to make of you. They really don't. Though, to be fair, I have less notoriety than I have renown, so I am a much better person than I am one crafty with the criminals. A plainly dressed man angrily blocks your path. You remember him as the young prisoner you rescued from jail for speaking against the Sultan. During this time out of prison, he has figured out the current situation. You have become a player of the Sultan's game. How can you do this? He appears deeply disappointed. I never thought I was rescued by someone like you. I'd rather go back to prison and wait for the bloodshed card pointed at me. Ha! It's absurd. So, do we say, then I will grant you your wish? Do we say, I am not like the Sultan? Or, go away, don't make me curse you? This is a man who's already been essentially winged or, damaged by the Sultan's game. It's what landed him in jail or in prison to begin with. He spoke out against the game. It landed him in jail with the Sultan's ire. We have bribed the Sultan to let him out. And now he's mad because we are actually playing Sultan's game. We are the player of the game. So he's young, he's brash. What do we think? Do we tell him that we will grant his wish? Do we say that we are not like the Sultan? Or do we just threaten him? Vaguely. Well, he could be useful if you get a bloodshed soon. But that's a gamble. Otherwise, just laugh and tell him that you're not like the Sultan. Okay. We could do that. Anybody, any other opinions on the matter in my chat? That is the question. Winterfairy also agrees. I mean, we are not like the Sultan. We are not nearly that cruel, but we have killed people in the name of this game. We have sacrificed people across the board. So, you know. We may not be like the Sultan, but we are trapped in this game too. You patiently explain to him that you are not like the cruel Sultan. Moreover, it was because you criticized the Sultan that you ended up in this predicament. You are the same kind of person as he is, but the young man's eyes are still full of vigilance and scrutiny. Really? Then you underestimate the power of this game. Let's see how low you will sink. This is all my money. Take it back. We owe each other nothing. You look at the pitifully few gold coins he left behind and smile helplessly. Well, I mean, if he wants to get rid of his money, who am I to tell him no? We have another conquest card. Bronze this time. I don't know what we will use it on, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, 51 days survived, 15 out of 28 left. More bloodshed cards than any other type. Every other type has 3 left. Oh boy. We got dog racing. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's see how we... Oops. Just get organized. I think we just need to start reading books. So this is the first book up for grabs, and I will put somebody in it. Here is... let's see here. Wine and Flesh. This has Adilla. We are more than happy to let our wife attend without us. We could go if we want to, but I think we will probably have other things to do. Jalila is still in the House of Delights. Who is here? Arumina, Jawad's daughter, who is in support of us because Jawad is one of ours. The prideful and willful Arumina is the light of Jawad's life. Maybe we will send him to court to spend time with his daughter in the court. Zazie does not care about us, so that's fine. We have both the Hamar brothers in here that we could pluck out for 10 gold coins apiece. So here's their stats. The elder Sand Pirate brother. Jamor is cynical, forever discontent. And Hamar, the younger Sand Pirate brother. Hamar is crude, brutal, and tireless. They would just be followers if we bought them. We have the money, but I don't need them necessarily. I can also use bronze bloodshed cards on either of them, so I might just leave them here for later destruction. The book hunt is back up and running. Findeth me the books, please. This should be plenty. Cool. The estate needs to be managed. Yeah, you could manage it. I'm just gonna send her to learn things. I could get some of this. Actually, maybe you manage the estate instead. Problem with putting anything on him is that as much as this is very helpful, he fucks off with the gear all the freaking time. And I hate that about him. It's very annoying. Yeah. But we could go do this. Wisdom and survival. Add more wisdom. We got a ton of inside information. Opportunity, intuition. We do have this opportunity to up our survival. So we could just have some fun with this. How much money do we have? Let's double our money. Heck yeah. Perfect. Fabulous. Wonderful. In fact... Since we're doubling our money, let's just buy this. Yep, I'm buying it. Thank you, come again. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna reset this so I can throw these slippers on you real quick. For the time being, I'll probably move them to somebody else soon and then redo this. Okay. Bronze Conquest. This requires bloodshed or carnality. The Wolf King may in fact be a conquest, so that might be good for us. There's always, of course, throw it into methinks and go from there. But I think this is pretty good. Yeah, we're not going to take them. We're going to leave them in prison for when the bronze bloodshed cards roll up, and then I just am going to sacrifice them. It's fine. I wonder if you can recruit them as troops, since they like to work together, but there's only 2 of them, so dubious. No, they are not troops. Or at least in the demo version, they're just like anybody else. They're a person that you can equip with things and have stats, so that there are more people that you can send on missions, essentially. So you can recruit them to send on missions, but they are not considered to be troops. So we haven't had Nawful roll up again. I'm just waiting for the day. He's gonna be a problem. In any case, let's see what happens next. The Wolf King has emerged in the prairies, rumored to possess human-like wisdom. Whenever someone tries to hunt the Wolf King, it becomes aware and completely vanishes. If the hunt fails, it's likely that the hunters will be surrounded by the wolf pack. Search for the wolf's den. Out of 16 die, we have to have at least 1 success. Well, we definitely got 1. We found the location of the wolf's den. Time for the next step, the raid. And we each got survival for this. Nice. Adilla wants to have a drink with Maggie. Do you want to join in? We decide not to join in. You arrange for Maggie to meet her alone. After all, she's here specifically to see Maggie. Maggie is pleasantly surprised by her visit and quickly asks the maid to prepare nuts, dried fruit, and plenty of honey and cheese. The 2 of them spend a full 2 hours together with bursts of laughter echoing from time to time. When Adilla leaves, Maggie comes to find you. Her wine-flushed cheeks make her look particularly charming. She tells you that Adilla has shared a story about how her family is cursed by a dragon, preventing them from ever having male heirs. Adilla seems to truly believe in the existence of the dragon and is determined to slay it to end the curse. As Maggie speaks, a complicated expression crosses her face. She pauses as if wanting to say something, but in the end she simply shakes her head and stays silent. Perhaps even she hasn't figured out what to say. Rumor of the dragon's curse. Okay, we're getting into something strange now. People come to the estate. We make money. Good job, Faraj. You're not useless. court is in session. The palace intrigue wears on the Sultan. We got secrets. The bookstore owner needs help finding more books. Everyone keeps their dignity. When buying books... Oh, this one's new. The bookstore owner finds you and asks if you could accompany him on a trip to the upper city. He wants to visit a few nobles and try to collect some worthwhile books from them. He comes to you partly because he believes you have a genuine love for reading, and partly because he's terrible at dealing with nobles. If you can't come yourself, at least send someone who knows how to handle such delicate conversations. Everyone keeps their dignity. When buying books from nobles, the last thing you want is to make it seem like they need the money. After all, knowledge and culture are priceless. You're merely offering a token of gratitude for their selfless sharing. We need 4 successes out of 12 die. We got exactly 4. Good for us. You successfully bought the books. It's almost brand new, still unopened. Book of the Desert. Something noteworthy has happened. You recently discovered the soldiers' training performances have been extremely slack. Upon investigation, you found out that someone has been spreading an evil belief among them, teaching them to seize the comfort and glory of this world and not to worry about the crises and depravity of the afterlife. Do we kill one of these soldiers as a warning to the others? Do we pray to exercise? Do we reiterate discipline, or do we just let things drift? Things are chaotic enough. Do we give a shit? Is kind of the last one. Exercise them. Also, what soldiers? Yours? Just some random ones in the area? I mean, we are a noble, which means that we do have, at the very least, soldier-trained guards for our estate. We don't have troops, per se, but we do have people. What do we think, chat? Trav has already weighed in. He wants to pray to exercise. But I would love to hear from all your smiling faces. Any opinion you might have. Don't be upset or fret if you can't get to the prompt because you're lurking in the background doing other things. I'm just glad you guys are here. You guys are really the whole reason why I stream, so I just hope to hear from you on occasion, now and then, you know. All right, I guess we will pray to exercise. You gathered all the soldiers and held a public prayer session with the priest. You warned everyone not to indulge in the current joy and overlook the loss of their soul's integrity, suffering in hell after death. The soldiers confessed their sins to you and swore not to repeat them. We gained even more renown. Nice. We go to the dog racing track, of course. Of course. Luna starts running, and we get 6 out of 6 die to succeed. She bursts off the starting line like lightning and starts to overtake. We succeed. She maintains the lead, leaving the other dogs far behind. Do we win? Oh yeah, we win. Luna dashes to the finish line, and with an absolute advantage and wins, which means so do we, and we make a crap ton of money. Reading can improve yourself to become more elegant. Lumera is now slightly more charismatic. Lumera is thoughtful. Maggie seems to want to tell you something. All right. Faraj also wants to tell us something. Book lover. This is the story of a bookworm who found herself in a sea of books, almost drunk on joy. That lucky bookworm, she used to beg in the corner next to us. We have had Lumera read 3 books in a single run. But this is book lover 1, which means there are definitely more. We are up to 15 fate points for our next run. Alright. Oh, he's back. Spreading rumors again. Okay, what else do we have in here? Divine Grace is still ticking over. The prison still has things going on. Equipment Merchant is still this. We do have 30. He's becked off again with some of our stuff. Like a jerk. I still don't have troops. But we need charisma and sociability. We still have this haunted mansion. But that requires carnality cards. And the only two people that we have passion with is Faraj and our wife. So I don't know what this is supposed to do. It's all crazy. Okay. Where do we want to go first? We're gonna have to start reading things. This is survival, but you need 1 point of magic to read it. Okay. So let's get organized first. This book can go down here. The secret can go down here. This is a rumor, a clue. At a banquet, Adilla spoke of the legend, so we should probably check that out. And then we have Bronze Conquest. So this is where we stand amongst stuff. I'm just gonna feed books to Lumera until she's read them all, essentially. Just FYI. A book a day keeps the bullshit away. Couldn't the bookworm read that book that needs magic? She's good like that. Yeah, no, she can read. She ignores any prereqs, so she can read anything. I'm just gonna have her read through literally everything and make her into a ridiculous powerhouse of a woman. So she's getting a bit of stealth next. Because I feel like it. So this is where she's going next. Is here. Have some stealth. My girl. Who will manage my estate? Actually, we should probably see what at least our wife and stuff are up to. What do you need, my wife? After dinner that day, Maggie sat beside you drinking tea. In this rare moment of peace and warmth, she suddenly remembered something and looked up to ask you, "Dear, I suddenly think maybe practicing swordsmanship wouldn't be bad. What do you think? Do we support her desire to practice swordsmanship? Or do we tell her, don't be ridiculous, I will keep you safe?" What do we think, chat? What do we think? Do we support my wife, Maggie, the most wonderful, beautiful, amazing woman in the world, in her ambitions to practice swordsmanship for her own safety? Or do we tell her, don't be ridiculous, we'll keep you safe, babe? What do we think, chat? I'm curious. Whenever he's like, support your wife! We love a queen who can stab at thee. Support your goddess! Heck yeah, you guys. I am 100% for supporting my most perfect wife. Go for it. She can help bond with her friend over it, or we'll do it. Having her be good at things and able to survive in general is a smart move, yes. You rest your chin on your hand, deliberately looking Maggie up and down until she grows visibly nervous. Only then do you nod and say, you can't see anything wrong. With her well-proportioned figure, she might actually make an excellent swordsman. Maggie's cheeks turn slightly pink as she keeps protesting that you're teasing her. How could she ever be a swordsman? But you can tell she's delighted. After some playful banter, Maggie snuggles up to you and asks that when family commitments are less demanding, she'll ask Adilla for more guidance on sword fighting. You support her decision, only reminding her not to injure herself. Maggie gives you a bright smile and agrees. So, event one-on-one sword training has appeared. We can now upgrade our wife to be a badass. Fuck yeah. I love that for her. So it requires Adilla and Maggie to be, obviously, available for that. Faraj, what do you need? Tell me, my dear, dear friend. My brother from another mother. Ooh. Okay. That day, after finishing discussing affairs as usual with you, Faraj did not immediately stand up to leave. In the flickering candlelight, he traced the patterns on the woven carpet, finally raising his eyes to look at you, his expression faintly aggrieved. Why do you not... He hesitated, then plucked up his courage and said, Why don't you use me? What? Carnality! He boldly raised his voice, looking straight at you. You have that need, don't you? I am willing to ease your worries, but why don't you use me? Remember, he has a point of passion on him. He is into us, and we have shown that we don't mind a little bit of playing both sides of the fence, because the things we did to Nawful to make him hate us so... Yikes. Okay. So, do we say, I can't be unfaithful to my wife, even though we've gone to the brothel and done just that? Do we say, aren't we good brothers? Like, dude, are we not brothers from other mothers? Like, what the heck? Or do we go, it's just because the timing isn't right. We haven't gotten a carnality card of bronze or lower to use on him. It's just bad timing. We just haven't had it happen. It's not you, it's timing, dude. You just gotta wait your turn. Mr. Scrake, welcome in. Thank you so much for lurking. You are always, of course, welcome here. I hope your Darkest Dungeon 2 fun is still fun, and I hope your Baldur's Gate 3 runs are still going. I tried to rhyme that, and it just didn't happen. Plague Doctor, the timing isn't right. Yes, it's because the timing isn't right. It is not that I don't want to use you. It's that I want to use you strategically and to both our passion. Both our pleasure. Because otherwise it would cheapen what you mean to me, my dude. You're no replacement for my wife, obviously, but you're special. We just want to take care of you, my mans. I'm glad to hear that you are doing well, Mr. Scrake. You are my favorite Nikolai, after all. 3, let him be more patient, although Maggie may take more issue with us being unfaithful with a friend rather than a simple transaction at a whorehouse. I mean, we are kind of hands tied in the matter, Trav, and our wife can't be used twice. If she loves us enough, she will understand that although we might find pleasure elsewhere to complete cards in this horrific game, it's not because we wish to cheat on her or be unfaithful to her. It's that we really have no choice. It's when we get these cards, it's fuck or die. Like, there's no in between. There's no negotiation there. Ad is coming in about 30-40 seconds for those that is relevant to, just FYI. I mean, to be fair, Mr. Scrake, you are the only Nikolai I actually know with that name specifically. Not, you know, I mean, I know a Nicholas or two, but you are the only Nikolai I know, so of course you're my favorite. I'm playing an honor mode run in Baldur's Gate 3 as we speak. Let's go, Plague! Try not to die. Just FYI. I hear that in honor mode, that gets kind of spicy. Three it is then, but that gold carnality is going to be rough to fulfill. Who even counts? The Sultan? His head concubine? Either or both, Trav. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna have to use cards in court because no one that we have is high enough tier for the gold cards, which is why when they rolled up early, I was like, no, put it back. Fuck this. In Act 2, currently playing a Sorkadin. Nice. Only time my solo honor mod got close was versus Yerger, because I did oopsie. That's fair. Well, we're just gonna be like, dude, it's a timing thing. It's not you, it's not me, it's timing. You scratch your head. Of course you know Farage's feelings. However, you tell him that you haven't done it yet simply because you haven't drawn a suitable carnality card. Farage seems relieved. Though new questions appear to trouble him, still, he accepts your explanation for now. Okay. We can't fuck that up. So we don't have a new event for him. That's good. Good. For that matter, let's see what carnality... Yeah, okay. So he... Farage, we can use a stone or bronze carnality card on, but not the gold one. Which is gonna be fucking problematic. So to be quite frank, regardless of which one of the lower tier carnality cards rolls up, Farage is the only other target we have for them that would be into it. Outside of the brothel. We used a bronze on Jalila, so she's no longer a target. We've used, or no, I'm sorry. We used a bronze on our wife. We used, the lowest tier carnality on Jalila. She was the target for that one. I believe there is another stone. There is a stone tier, prostitute that comes through the house, so we really should just save the next bronze carnality for Farage, and that will probably sort itself out. So the only problematic carnality is the gold one. We were lucky enough to get the gold extravagance with the stupid gold bird, so that's done. The other extravagances will be much easier to deal with from that. Gold conquest is going to be a problem. Bronze conquest, not so much. All of the bloodshed cards are problems. This is just a row of problems. Now, we do have cards that we can deal, like the bronze level bloodshed cards. We have 2 people that we can sacrifice for those. All the rest of them, problems. Like, this is all just problems. The bloodshed cards, problems. In fact, I want one of them for Nawful at this very moment. But I don't have troops to kill him with. And then the gold one is going to be the most problematic of all. So that's where we stand on this, is we're starting to get into endgame here. And I've never been this far in the game. And this guy is fucked off with some of my gear. So I'm mad about him. I'm mad. And the only person I have that can get him back is my 6 charisma wife. Because you only have 3 charisma. Oh wait, you have 5 charisma too. Never mind. You could go get him, I think. Okay, cool. So I could do this and let them get their sword training on. I could do this and be like, tempt him back, so I can steal all his gear that he has. Mahir is dealing with babysitting the gold bird still for 2 more days. Lumera is, of course, handling the book reading, because she's gonna consume all the books. This evidence is going away. Ferris is in here, and he is as much opposition as support. So we could just leave this to go. Okay. Which just leaves this problem. We could let advantage accumulate. We did kick it in the butt, but I would rather not deal with that. Arzu's pretty good with this. Jawad helps. Faraj better. Sort of, kind of. Oh, wait. What if we did this instead? Yeah, that's kind of better. And then we just need sociability bumped. By like a lot. So that, I don't think the numbers are high enough, honestly. Maybe we should go full charisma? I think charisma is what saved us last time. But I don't have any troops. So that's the problem. It's just problems. Okay. Deal with you. Jawad can handle the house. Yes, the rumor of the dragon's curse I'm not dealing with quite yet. It's fine. I still have the haunted mansion to deal with. We have no one to send to court. That's fine. We have enough support that we aren't going to get any more slander. Yeah, this is where we're at. This is the problem. We might be able to do something about it. It's fine. Our observatory is going to resolve, among other things. Okay. That's not bad. So. Things got messy for a while there. We're kind of cleaning up the board a little bit. There are pathways through things, through a lot of these books and some of this stuff down here. So we'll have to figure it out. But let's end the day and see what happens. The observatory. The celestial globe rolled slowly, and on a light sheet of copper with steel needles and rollers, intricate shapes were embossed, ones that might be the traces of truth or trajectories of destiny. We got Morning Star. The Aether balancer of the celestial globe will automatically synchronize with the most noteworthy celestial phenomenon. This means the star formations that most strongly influence magic and fate are also the ones easiest to observe. People are coming to the estate. We maketh money. Fantastic. Frequent appearances at the palace are necessary. The nobles are bickering. The palace intrigue has made the Sultan weary. We did not get any intelligence whatsoever because we sent 0 people. And if the support is higher than the opposition, we get information. We get intelligence out of it. If the support is canceled out, we get nothing. And if we send someone, we get, and the support is higher than the opposition, we get basically 2 things of information. But this time, nothing. It's fine. That's fine. Nabani is Nabani. But he's back. Ever since that humiliating night in the woods, Nawfal has been the laughingstock of the Sultan's court, and your audacious actions have left him entirely disheartened. Now you have gained a great adversary who will go to great lengths to distress you. This time, you learn that he's spreading word of your misdeeds, warning everyone that approaching you risks being consumed by the Sultan's game, which he is not necessarily, inaccurate in. I mean, like, that is entirely the truth. It is possible. We need at least 1 success to gain something, and we have 1 die to do it with. Oh! Okay, well, he did not succeed. Though your efforts, through your efforts to explain, entice, and recruit, Nawfal was unable to sway more people, for now. So he gained no, advantage in these things, for at least for the time being. We did not have enough skill to conquer that whole thing. Reading will improve. Lumera is now a little bit sneakier. And she is thoughtful. Adilla comes to visit Maggie. You can tell how much she values this appointment. Even her hair is perfectly styled. She's holding a newly forged rapier with somewhat crude patterns engraved on its blade. The hilt is wrapped with a thin grip cord tied into a clumsily crooked bow. Catching your gaze, Adilla unusually shy, tries to hide the sword behind her back. Is Lady Maggie here? We had an appointment, she asks. You fully support Maggie learning swordsmanship from Adilla. This day, when you return from the court, you find Adilla still in your home. She's holding Maggie's hand, teaching her the proper sword stance. Adilla wears only a wrap around her torso. Her scarred body, viewed from behind, rivals that of any warrior, while Maggie, in fine silk with a gauze veil, looks too delicate to wield a sword. Just so. Keep it steady. Get used to the feel of the sword. Oh, it's so heavy. Imagine it as a pot, a kettle, or your husband's head. Then I'd drop it. They laugh and continue training, unaware of your presence. They are becoming very good friends. Clearly. Whew. A maid takes a great risk to ask for your help. The mistress of her lord, a tax collector, went back to her hometown with her child some time ago and never returned. After a brief investigation, her hometown people claimed they had never seen her. The official handling the case thus ruled that the tax collector murdered her to get her dowry and fabricated her disappearance. But the maid insists her master would never do such a thing. He and his wife have always been very loving. She heard you are a rare kind noble and plucks up the courage to seek your help to find out the truth. Do we find out the truth? Do we say, this isn't our concern? Do we go, you and your master, ... More info, please. Or do we go, the verdict is correct, there's no need to discuss further? How do we help the mistress of a tax collector in this time with her missing lover and her missing child? She'd probably know her master well enough to be accurate there. I'd investigate further. Also, the other options sound dickish. They are. This one, not my concern, is very much, I have no intention of doing anything about this. It's not my concern. Find somebody else. You and your master, this is trying to tease more information out of her in the process of maybe getting another hint. This one is, I washed my hands of this. There's what the verdict has been is what is, you know. But you guys want to find out the truth. This is a plot quest line that we can definitely go on. If what she says is true, then it is indeed suspicious. You can't bear to see an upright person wronged. So after contemplating for a moment, you promise the maid that you will help find out the truth. Event field investigation has appeared. Ooh, we got all kinds of things going on. Maggie wants to talk to us. Cool, cool, cool. Our dear darling wife. Battle at the Wolves' Den has finally rolled up. It looks like Jawad is in court today, so that's fine. Let us get organized. This is just 5 wisdom? Neat. That's going down here. Let's get organized. Cool. Physique in combat? Is there someone I want that on more? Not you. To have your sword back. And you took this shield and helmet. This is her current attire. This is your accessory. You're giving this to her. That's much better. Much better. Cool. Cool. You're such a jerk. Okay. So this we don't need to do anything with, because we have somebody there. The foreign merchant is back. Ooh. This is a nice accessory. The Dreamer's Necklace is also a really nice accessory. I do have enough money for it. We don't really have anything significant to sell. And if we do not collect the rent, I do not believe the foreign merchant comes back. I think we get this place back. She's doing this because you have high renown, so your rep is that you are kind and just, and you'll disappoint her if you don't leap to help. This is really expensive. But it's like one of the better items in the game. And this is a really great accessory, honestly. But it's like, I can afford every single thing here. That is the entirety of my money. I could just wipe it out. It's not everything that he can roll up in his shop, but they're all good items. So do I spend all my coin, chat? And do I collect the rent or not? Because I do have to build that guest house at some point. Although, I can't seem to just buy things and not get the rent, so I guess I have to get the rent. Yeah, I just have to get the rent. Like, I don't have any other recourse, because this does not light up if somebody's not there. It's required. So, it does mean that I will have 3 coins at the end of this. What do we think? Do I just buy it all? Do I buy some of it? Do I buy none of it? Chat, give me your opinions. I would love to hear from you. If you think I won't need more than 3 gold? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Get rent, buy it all? I mean, I'll make more money. Alright. We buy. We purchase. We purchase. We purchase. And we collect our rent. Cool. Who gets what? What do we wear? What are we wearing? We're wearing magic and wisdom earrings. These are sociability and survival. Your sociability is Garbo. That's much better. And your survival is now much better. Okay. We also have the charisma ring. Which we might give to our wife, actually. So that's major charisma for her. Her sociability is like garbage, though. That's why we had these earrings on her to begin with. So maybe I don't do that. You have this, but I don't necessarily need stealth on you, so maybe I give you this in lieu of the Lovebird's ring. This is charisma and stealth. Sure, that works out. That works out really great, actually. This is an accessory for charisma and magic. sure. Both of these are accessories. I think that's kind of where we're at. Honestly. Here, have some earrings, dude. You're such a pain. Okay. So the shoes can go down here with the ceremonial saber and all the rest of that stuff. Physique and combat or combat? Just combat. You actually do have some combat, though I believe it's from the scimitar. But your physique is coming from this leather armor, so actually physique and combat are really useful for you, so... Okay, classical wrestling before Lumera. Girl, go learn the thing. You need it. Okay. Field investigation, we have 3 days to do, but we also need survival, so... Who has the highest survival now? You do. Yeah, because yours is a 2. So that's a 6 survival for the start of this. This tracking investigation will last for 7 days. Please choose your investigators carefully. If failed, the investigation may be restarted, but there is a possibility of alerting the culprit and losing the lead for good. So we need someone with high survival. Which is not you. You have the we have the highest survival because of reasons. But I think this will probably be okay. Unless... No, we'll do a higher level omen card for higher level survival. So let's do that. The observatory is going to happen regardless, so we might as well just do. We have the Battle of the Wolves' Den, which requires physique and combat, so there's that. Somebody has to manage the estate, and we have to find out what our dear wife needs, so let's do that. Maggie carries a large jar of ointment as she leaves, and you ask her where she's headed. She says to the bathhouse. I'm so fed up with those gossips. Every time Adilla goes to the bathhouse, they act as if they're scared of mice or ghosts running to the other pools. Actually, most of the scars could fade away with proper care, and Adilla just never learned how to take care of her skin properly. Maggie tossed her head proudly. Her ointment is well regarded among the capital's ladies, a secret formula passed down from her grandmother through her mother. Dear, you might need some as well. She gives you a dab, then veils herself and nods to you. I'll go to the bathhouse right now and have a wonderful day, my husband. So we gained the beauty ointment card, which a salve Maggie prepared for Adilla with a spare casually handed to you for scar removal, she says. Such a convenient thing. Why was this not offered sooner? Cool. So we got cool stuff from our wife. Which is pretty stellar. Okay. Estate management. Cool. A bronze or higher tier conquest card, which we have. We could do this right now. Oh. Oh man, she's a badass. Okay. Oh. Yeah, go to court. And then you can go here. Okay. That is all the people. Literally all the people. We get the ability for our crocodile to eat more evidence. I don't think we have any. No, we don't have any evidence against us at the moment. As far as I can see. So that works out for us. And the bird will also hold over, so we might be giving more gear to Mahir, who's babysitting the bird. We can also have Mahir tinker when Mahir's back, depending on who we send to the bird, essentially. They're gone for a week. So there's that. I believe we have everything well in hand for the time being. And here is Juna, who's the stone card for carnality. So this is who we need for carnality. Or bloodshed, I suppose. Actually, I think we've done the stone bloodsheds. Alright. Another day. Can Mahir work on her own projects? She had plans. Maybe Ami thinks, yeah, she can. It's just I didn't have a good alternative for anyone else to go babysit the bird. So let's see what the day brings, chat. However, I will leave you on an edge for a moment and be right back. So enjoy the music. Alright, the Jackal's leader now operates in your territory. As exchange, weekly share, they weekly share their rewards. So let's see how many rewards we get. We needed 1 success, so we got 2. So, as promised, the Jackal thugs hand you money and mystique. I believe the higher that we roll on that, the better money and info we get, but that's what we got this time. The tiny house allows the gold bird to come and go freely. Shared fate, shared compassion. Occasionally you enter the cage and the bird perches on your hand. If ultimately it could escape the cage, it is willing to share fortune as golden as its wings, so we get an extra gold die. Not that we've used any. Anyone who's ever killed a man knows that it's easy to kill a man and hard to dump his body. Alas, for you, that is no problem at all. This time, it took it in as well. Crocodiles always seem to have all sorts of things in their mouths, but honestly, who's curious enough to wrench its mouth open and take a look? Unless they find themselves inside. We just got rid of that evidence, it's no big deal. Alright, to the bathhouse we go. Let's see if we get good information today. We got very good information. Silver insight information. I think that's the highest you can do, honestly. And we learned something that needs our attention. People are still willing to come to our roof, and we will make it the money. Excellent. Best returns. Money made. My wife is absolutely amazing. And something noteworthy has happened. Whew. A strangely dressed itinerant monk claimed that you have a connection to the god he worships and wanted to give you an ancient statue. The statue had a serene and compassionate look, but you always felt something was off about it. Do we accept this statue? Do we politely decline the statue? Or do we rebuke him loudly and with passion? What do we do, chat? I would love to hear you weigh in on this decision. It is how you guys can play this game with me. Channel point options are available to those the channel points to force my hand into making the decision on my own, or to say which decision you want me to make yourself. Feel free to delve into the channel points and see what options entice you. Thank you for the hydrate, Plague. I appreciate you. I am hydrating right now. It's probably a perfectly harmless stolen idol of an angry deity or demon. I mean, we've had demons try to trick us before. What do we think, chat? Kick him in the teeth? I don't exactly have that option, but if you mean rebuke him loudly, I can do that, Plague. I most certainly can. Or accept either or, no middleman stuff. Just accept. It could be exciting. Okay, well, we're gonna excitedly accept this statue, I guess. For days you couldn't sleep well and felt groggy upon waking, until one day you accidentally killed a servant. The blood calmed you down for a short time, and you quickly asked someone to get rid of the strange statue, throwing it as far away as possible. However, many people still think that your excuse is just an excuse to cover up the crime. We gained +1 insight, but also +1 infamy. That did not go our way at all. Frequent appearances in the palace are as necessary as water and air are to the living. Unfortunate, but we have support in the palace today, and although it has made the Sultan that much more weary, we have learned secrets. Ultimately, human wisdom prevailed. You successfully located the wolf's lair, forcing the Wolf King to confront you directly. Oh shit. Check time. We need a single success to win out of 33. I don't know, chat. Did we win? There is a 1 in it, right? I thought he'd be harder than that. I know, just barely by the skin of my teeth. I even rolled below average. Perfectly killed the wolf king and hunted down the pack, and both of us get combat. Resolved a conquest card. Let's go. Our dear Lumera learned the art of exercising. She learned combat and physique. She is thoughtful. That day, as you passed by the Purist Order, you saw several low-level monks passing the words of purity to the public. Their hands were cut and bleeding. A strange white glow drifted from one of the monks, like a candle lit at dusk, flickering away into the wounded person kneeling before him. The person's neck stopped bleeding instantly, yet the wound did not heal. Further treatment needed. However, compared to this monk, others' glows seemed too insignificant. Although they followed the same procedure, the purity words they recited seemed useless, their patients still grimacing in pain. You asked people around, why is their aura different? Yet no one else seemed to notice any halo you mentioned. Should you consult the head priest about this strange phenomenon? Or surely were we mistaken? So, should we get to the bottom of our insight telling us many things about the world? Or were we mistaken in this aura thing that's going on? What do we think, chat? I suspect that it's faith or virtue. We should ask, but we do have a fair bit of infamy, which may counter that. But check anyway. Okay, we should get to the bottom of it. Great, you decided to find some time to visit the High Priest for clarification. Insight +1, event Trial of Light has appeared. So that was definitely an insight event. And we have 9 of that, so I think we'll be okay. Please not a gold card. Okay. I hear you, game. I do not want a gold conquest card. Gold carnality. Gold carnality. Do we go fuck the Sultan? Or do we try for a different level, a different tier of card? That's 2 gold cards out of the 3 that are an option. We've just passed on Conquest. We have Carnality in hand. The only other gold card we have is Bloodshed. And we have many more of all the other kinds. So do we try to trade again for a non-gold, or do we go Carnality? Sure, we can do that. Try again, I think. Okay. Please no. Bronze Extravagance. Thank the gods. Lady, you're trying to kill us. Infamy, we only have 2. Notoriety, we have 7. But I do not believe that notoriety is going to be a problem necessarily for the Trial of Light. I do not believe it is actually a problem. He's fluxed off again with some earrings that I don't care about. Mahir is back with a scimitar. Well, no. Close that. So I think I'll just do that. Supposedly I can equip this on people, but I've never been able to equip this on anybody. Like, it doesn't lend itself to being equipped on people. But it keeps telling me that it can be. It's just ridiculous. Okay. We need somebody to babysit this. This just happens. Crocodile pond. We don't have any evidence to put in it, so it's fine. It's fine. Who's... Adil is here? He's actually more support than opposition, so I'm not worried about that. And Lumera does want to talk to us, so... You found Lumera sitting idly in your study with some books scattered around. Seeing you, she looked at you with clear eyes and said, "Master, I notice that the books here are about very grand and significant events, but there's nothing about ordinary people, about slaves, servants, or vendors. Why is that?" Methinks the extravagance, it might offer suggestions. Absolutely, I will do that, Trav. The thing is about methinksing a Sultan's card specifically is that you generally only have like one turn to make use of that. So as I have 7 days still, I might consider not doing that and see what else pops up, honestly, Trav. But I don't think extravagance is going to be a problem, as far as I can tell. However, to Lumera's questions, do we tell her that the writers were narrow-minded? That these stories weren't written on paper? Or that these stories weren't worth recording? What do we think, chat? And also, Mahir's tinkering might, in fact, cover the extravagance card as well. So, there are, I think, are options in this. But why are there no books on ordinary people, slaves, servants, or vendors? Why do we think that? Let me know. You tell me. One or two, certainly, not three. Probably one. Two explains why the lower classes haven't written anything. It's oral, but it doesn't explain why upper classes didn't think of it. It's true. We could do narrow-minded. But we could also just be like, they weren't written on paper, which would give her, considering her experiences in life so far, purpose. This is the truth. This is purposeful. This is a negative opinion that will bite us in the ass later. We do not want that. So... she's a thoughtful, young genius girl. Fair, I'm all for encouraging her to write her own books. Okay. They weren't written on paper. Gained intuition. You were silent for a moment and comforted her, saying that perhaps such tales exist, but they have not been passed down. You've heard the songs that farmers and herdsmen sing during their leisure time. They don't have parchment or reed pens, so these songs and stories are not recorded on paper, but are passed down orally. You patted the girl's hair and said, "Maybe you can record these people's stories." She widened her eyes, then nodded heavily. Nice. Okay. Cool. We're gonna give her another book to read. Daggers and Scimitars. Yes, please. She's becoming very dangerous indeed. my girl. She's already combat 3. We'll have to find her better attire than this leather armor at some point. Alright. The Trial of Light requires us and our conviction, which is this. The conviction, the Immaculate Purity, which has Piety 2 on it, no less. You witnessed the priests using pure words to heal believers, their bodies radiating with varying degrees of light. What was that? You intend to ask Iban, who doesn't actually like us, so that could go anyway. Any which way, really. Okay. You can go fetch him back. Who's going to court today? You can go to court. Oh, we didn't have to go to court because we have more support than not. That's fine. Somebody has to babysit this frickin' bird. I can't trust you as far as I can throw you is the problem. But I can trust you. Which means he's out for 7 days, which sucks. Let us actually do a bit of this. You have found a female craftsman and are prepared to fund her long-term research and development. Alright. So, she needs at least 5 gold. Somebody can assist her. Most research requires support, and some items may be useful. Wisdom provides the foundation. Aether brings success. Since you have established a long-term collab, the Sultan no longer allows you to break extravagance cards through these investments. Invention carries risks, so invest cautiously. Okay. All right. That's better. And then Aether. Here we go. These guys are going to be dealing with that for a time. Which means our wife is all that's left to manage the estate. That is all that we can get done. Long-term research is also a week-long affair. So I have lost a whole bunch of people that can do things for multiple days. Which is problematic, but not the end of the world. We do need to research this clue with methinks at some point, but we don't have enough time for today. Okay. Next round. Hey, PB! Thank you for the lurk! I hope you're doing well, and I hope your stream is going well. Alright, people are coming to our house. We make it the money. Excellent. Appearing at the palace gets us information. And we got influence as the Sultan is now thoroughly exhausted and decides to leave the court for a few days. So we don't have to worry about the Sultan for a little bit. You witness the priests using pure words to heal believers, their bodies radiating with varying degrees of light. What was that? You intend to ask Iman. Before you could make sense of it, Iman nodded. It was just as I've seen myself. I also told them the same. Iman pointed at the people around him. Followers of the Immaculate Purity are divided into 3 levels. Monks being the lowest, their divine light unable to form clusters, followed by priests whose divine light is cat-sized, and then high priest. Mine is this robe. This is why I don't need worldly finery, for my God has bestowed the finest garment upon me. All the priests and monks knelt around Iman, unanimously praising the power, grace, and wisdom of the Immaculate Purity. However, for some reason, you felt Iman's gaze was filled with fatigue at that moment. Maybe there's a secret hidden here, but currently you are not qualified to explore it. We did gain some renown, though. And some insight. And added piety to our divine touch. Saint Reborn. Nice. And guide. Nabani is Nabani. He's back now. Reading can improve yourself, so develop a habit. Lumera earned the art of combat, so she is now even more dangerous and more thoughtful. So we got a few people back. Your deeds gain the righteous path's favor. Pray, miracles will occur. Event Purifying Fire has appeared. Sweet Whip is back. We don't care that much. Bookstore rendezvous for a date with our wife. The book hunt is back. And we have gained Saint Reborn. This is the story of a man whose kindness earned him great fame and the title of a living saint. What a joke. Reached 20 points of renown in a single run. And also Guide. This is the story of a man who was driven mad by his faith. What did you see? Where will you lead people? Reach 10 points of insight in a single run. We got those all together, so there we are. Interesting. And our wife wishes to talk to us. Okay. The dragons are not around, so we just have to deal with that. Purifying Fire. You can destroy any salt card. You only have 1 chance. That's what Purifying Fire is. So if I wanted to destroy this extravagance card, I could. I don't want to, but I could. Okay. Let's find out what our wife would like. As your influence increased, a relative sent spears and a famed horse. A few envoys from Maggie's family have just left the estate when she finds you. My parents sent envoys to ask about the Sultan's game and check on my well-being. I assured them I'm fine and told them to have faith in my husband, she says, her eyes sparkling with pride. Oh, and father sent you some gifts. You'll find them quite useful. So he's gave us a better horse? Jasmine. Ooh, wow. She's named after her soft white mane, but her temper is anything but soft. We have this stallion, but Jasmine's stats are better, so yes. Beautiful. Look at that. So good. You also can have... You have this mountain lion, which is making you quite the badass. So I'm not gonna worry about that. You don't have the ability to have a pet, neither do you. Neither do you. We do have this spear, which I like the charisma and the survival on this, actually, so I'm not gonna worry about it. This already does 2 combat. You don't have a weapon. Fixed. She's a badass. Okay. Cool. Nice. Our wife wants to go on a date. The book hunt is kind of a you thing. They're going to the dark alley, so they need someone with physique and combat to get more books, which is fine. I think that will handle it, honestly. Cool, cool, cool. While my dearest darlingless wife is in love with us, we're gonna go on a date. You two can manage that, I guess. I don't really have anything needed. I do need to throw this in methinks at one point. But yeah, he's in long-term research. She's in investigation tracking mode. He's minding this damned bird. Oh, I was gonna... Never mind. I was gonna make her read a book. You can handle my house. Next book is Wisdom book. Cool. Yeah, she's gonna get more wisdom. That's it. That's what we can do. We'll have to figure out what to do about this extravagance card at some point, but today is not that day. Tomorrow may, in fact, be better for it. Who knows? He's probably gonna fuck off after managing our estate, like, once, so. 'Tis what it is. We're starting to, like, speed up our turns now, just because we have cleared the board to some extent. That doesn't mean there aren't things to do. We've definitely got things that we could be doing here. So, there is going to be some amount of adventures for at least a couple of these that will help us do things, but we're just kind of in a holding pattern at the moment. So let's continue onward. People come to the house. We make money. Let's go. We make good money. Nice. Books separate people and prevent them from seeing you. This is a world just for the two of you. Afterwards, you both tidied up the books that had fallen on the floor, sharing interesting finds and gently caressing each other's faces while smiling. Wow, her passion is high. That's 4 pieces of passion, I believe. Dark Alley is flooded with countless unknown things. Some are stolen goods, others are even worse. My task is to reach into that murky stream, seize the moment, catch a wave, or a book. Once it's out of the river, it becomes as perfect and intriguing as the rest of my collection. The bookstore owner says as he invites you, or someone as skilled in combat as you, to join him in catching waves. You only need to keep watch. The bookstore owner, much like a hound, can always sniff out his target in the bustling dark alley. Just make sure he doesn't get hit with a blackjack. I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah. A single wave. Today is good book. Today's a good day. A fine book acquired. Knowledge gained without bloodshed. The Starlit Apprentice. Reading can improve ourselves, and we are inspired. She has gained some wisdom. Lumera is thoughtful. Well, he's back. Things are happening. We can definitely double our money here. We can do something about this. Okay. We do need to sort our stuff out. Okay. More stealth, and then we get into the silver books. We need charisma and sociability. 12 and 5. Charisma 6, sociability 3. Charisma 6, sociability 2.
Huh?
11 and 8. Plus... $11 and 11, I think, maybe? I need 3 successes to reduce advantage, but he doesn't have any, and I need 5 to ruin him. Well, my girls will try. They will try. Guess I will be dealing with the estate today. That's annoying. I mean, not that I had much in the way of anything else going on. Alright. No book reading this round. Oh, goodness. Chat, it's all so much to juggle. How is everyone today? Alright, let's see how much money I myself make. Plenty. Let's go. Doing alright? That's wonderful. Time to go to the dog racing. Luna starts running and she bursts off the starting line like lightning. She starts to overtake. Oh yeah, easy. She maintains a lead, leaving the other dogs far behind. She dashes to the finish, and... she rushes to the finish line with an absolute advantage. It wins, and so do we. Naufel is back. He's mad. We learn that he is spreading words of our misdeed. We confront his mouthpiece. We need at least 1 success to gain something. Preferably 3? We don't have enough for 5. Well... you know what? I'm gonna actually do this. For the first time, I'm gonna use gold die to get 5 successes here. Got him! A rumor-spreading scholar accidentally spilled the beans in a tavern, and you find Naufel's hideout. The Sultan is not in court. But we realize inside information. Ivani is running around doing his thing. You recently discovered by chance that every afternoon, when it's less busy, the maids gather in the study around Lumera to listen to her read. The ink on the paper hasn't dried yet, seeming as if Lumera wrote it herself. She smashed the water jug on the stone, and milk flowed into the river, but she didn't feel any regret because it was given by her enemy. Honey given by an enemy is poison, Lumera reads softly, her voice steady but her enunciation very clear. Apollos cursed the man who gave her the milk with anger. She said she would rather starve than live off the charity of the one who killed her mother. The maids were engrossed, discussing Lumera's story animatedly, debating whether the protagonist should have smashed the milk jug until the old slave girl reminded everyone that their master's lunch was about to start and they dispersed to work. Only then did Lumera notice you were in the hallway. After kneeling to greet you, she nervously twisted her robe and asked, "What do you think, Master? Should Apollos have kept the milk given by her enemy? Do we feel that she should have kept it, that she shouldn't have kept it, or do not waste the servant's time?" What do we think, chat? This is all the amount of this story that we know. Is that Apollos cursed the man who gave her the milk and smashed the jug of it because that man had killed her mother and had given it to her in charity. Encourage her and agree that she shouldn't have kept it? I mean, should have kept it or shouldn't have kept it will change the flow of the story that she has written. Do not waste the servant's time is an admonishment to not participate in this story writing endeavor entirely. Trav is saying, shouldn't have kept. Remember, the enemy, the man who gave it to her, is her enemy because he killed her mother. I'm gonna agree with Trav on this one. She shouldn't have kept it. You tell her that if she accepts the enemy's gift, she must question her own heart about whether she still wants to pursue revenge. Others also have milk, and you can live without drinking milk. But revenge, there's only one way to resolve it. She listens to your words and nods vigorously. After a while, somewhat hesitant, she asks, "Can I still tell them stories?" You smile and promise, and our notoriety rises. I mean, infamy is technically our capacity to do evil. We have done very little evil. Ah, the Day of Charity is back. Bloodshed or carnality? Nah, we're just gonna do the Day of Charity. We can go to Confession. I don't particularly care. There we go. We have 3 days to deal with Nawful's challenge, but we don't have any troops. And you must have troops. This is the problem. Let's see here. What can I do? What does this do? Nothing. Okay. What does this do? Nothing. Okay. Chainmail in the equipment shop, which is attire. The golden drinking horn, which is an accessory. We have the longsword and the silk gown. Silk gown might be very good to get. Chainmail does physique. The silk gown does charisma. We do need to give her some amount of better attire. I don't know. Perhaps using this opportunity to renovate the house would resolve the extravagance card. Extravagance card, 5 gold coins. Sprucing up your home can help improve your governance income. Ooh. Sure. That will just solve it. Who's gonna manage the estate today? Our lovely wife. And you, I guess. Lumera's gonna learn some stealth today. Good for her. She's gonna be a very soft-footed girl. I guess we're going to the bathhouse and raid. Basically does nothing. Oh, we don't have that. That's fine. Yeah, I think this is as good as today is going to get. Let's go. To the bathhouse first. What information do we get? Not the best, but not the worst. We get a silver inside information. Nice. We learn about something that's going on in a noteworthy event. Your farmers are worried because someone has recently drawn many mysterious sigils near their homes. Perhaps Wise Master can find something out. Do we know that these are mysterious runes? That these are thieves' marks? Do we post an advertisement for tax collection? Or do we tell our farmers to stop bothering me? We're busy. What do we think? Let me know, chat. I'm depending on you guys. Oh boy, yes, these mysterious sigils are in fact mysterious runes! Alright, mysterious runes it is. Let's go. You went to the location described to the farmers and discovered complex and mysterious runes that seem to have an inexplicable pattern. The longer you stared at them, the more they appeared to be able to respond to you. Flickering, floating, calling to you. Oh no, not now. You quickly averted your gaze and ordered someone to take rubbings of the runes to bring back to your study. You planned to study them carefully. Insight got. People are still willing to come to our house and make us some money, of which we make lots of money. Yay, money. Smile, dear. The Sultan is not in court, and he was not seen today at all. However, we realized some information. We put 2 and 2 together and ended up with 15. The Day of Charity happens once a more. It enhances our renown. So we got renown +1 and more piety for our divine touch. Go us. Go us. A complete renovation takes more time. You conduct a complete renovation, and extravagance got. Now we have a vacant room. Thoroughly renovated residence and a vacant room. Nice. Reading can improve ourselves. Stealth techniques gained. +2 stealth to Lumera. She is now light-footed and thoughtful. Next card. Carnality. It is our boy's time and he is nowhere near, and he's not here. That's a problem. I'm gonna have to change it. Gold Conquest. No thank you. No thank you. Please go away. Gold Carnality. Yikes. Please, anything else. Silver Bloodshed. Okay. That's gonna be a problem, but it's whatever. Gonna be a problem. The Foreign Merchant is back. But maybe it'll let us finally complete this without troops. I don't know. Howsoever, vacant room. The money to do it. We don't have a Stone Extravagance card. I'm not gonna worry about the Stone Extravagance card. Honestly, I just need this guest house for some troops, like a bad habit. So that is gonna be a thing that happens. Quick, quick, quick. Because, luck's me, I need it to happen. Like, rounds and rounds ago. The dragon is headless. We get more inside information. We can receive divine grace if we want to. I don't really care that much. We could go to confession. I don't really need it. Oops, nope. Stop. I will have to get him back at some point, but I might just let him fuck off for a little while. You have 3 more days in here, so I probably could have kept the card for him, but bloodshed is easier. Kind of. Okay. What does the Foreign Merchant have? Just these 2 things. We can afford this one, which is actually a pretty good shield. Literally nothing? Wow. Literally nothing. Fine. We'll just get our rent. Thank you very much. Cool. This is the story of a courtier who, in order to break an extravagance card, completely refurbished his already lavish home. Old ties give place to new ones. Finish a bronze quality renovation at home. Done. Point gutted. Okay. So, really, we just need you to come back. Huh? Need to do a book. Wisdom and sociability? Kinda need that on my wife or myself. Sociability, yes. Wisdom, maybe not. Wisdom and sociability for my wife? Yeah, because you do not need the wisdom and sociability. Probably, primarily... No, that's not what's doing it for you, actually. I think that's just what you've developed over time. So we might be doing 2 books today, actually. Yeah. This one's going in. For my wife. My wife. Lumera will be getting -1 charisma, +1 magic. Let me check some things. Let's see here. What is her charisma at? 5? I don't really want it to go down. Will she be getting charisma from anything else? That's survival. That's stealth. That's combat. That's magic. That's stealth. That's wisdom. So no, she'll just be getting rid of charisma. Currently this is giving her at least 2 points of charisma. So her charisma is actually naturally a 3. Her sociability is naturally a 5. Her physique is naturally a 2. As is her combat. Okay. And then this gives magic as well. Some of these books are better for Arzu. He has magic 6, partially from this. And this. His charisma is a 7. Some of that is from his horse. Yeah, I think this is going to Lumera. So she's going to that. Which means that we are managing our own estate today for our thoroughly renovated residence. So we get more money. Yay. Let's see if this gets us further. I think that's everything that needs to be handled for the moment. Cool. End day. Whew. We are just in it today. For the Dark Alley Dwellers, guest means a role of slothful leisure. Yet also a role of deathly commitments at a moment's behest. More often than not, it's a syndicate's act of raising a group of idlers to boost morale. Yet among these people, there exists a tact code of honor and duty, enough to become your help. Considering your notoriety has long wafted through the dark alley, why not use some spare change to enlist some hands? A place with food, water, and safety. Heavens, the people of the slums actually need you to spend money just so they can have a place like this, and they're even willing to risk their lives for it? You suddenly realize something feels off, and all those voices of praise begin to lose their luster. But we did get some influence. People are coming to the house. We're making money. How much money do we make? 5. A newly decorated house gives hope and confidence. Sometimes you even feel like the guests need these more than you do. Increasingly, we are obsessed with our bloodshed card. Cool. The Sultan is still not at court. But we realized some information. Yay us. What happened to our vacant place? Is it adding to income rolls? You'll see. You'll see. Clearly, Nabani's imagination about the game was mistaken. he is back now, though. Reading can improve ourselves. Our wife is now more wise and sociable than she ever was before. Also, Lumera learned some forbidden knowledge, some magic, and she lost some charisma in the process. But she is thoughtful. We now have a guest house. And we've got other things now going on. Horse betting is back. Reprobates in Refuge is back. We can ignore him if we want to. The guest house. We can get retainers. So. These people will risk everything for you after enjoying your meal, at least until it's digested. Followers can be strengthened by retainers in the guest house. Retainers are one-time use. They will leave after events. Retainers in the guest house change every 7 days. When your notoriety is 5 or higher, you can spend 5 gold coins to upgrade the guest house. So yeah. There's a silver, there's a bronze monk, and a bronze swordsman. So retainers are... This guy's unemployed. They'll serve you in exchange for food on the table, but a few meals is not enough to ensure undying loyalty. So we send someone to recruit. We can also upgrade this, and I don't see why we wouldn't want to. These are magic and sociability. Swordsman is combat and stealth. I don't think I really want any of these guys. But they only change once every 7 days. Hold on. Before I do this, I need physique and combat. Maybe. Well, no, because this is going to go away in a hot second unless this resolves immediately, which it does. Okay. So if we do this, and we send someone to recruit the swordsman, this might be okay. Hey, go... Nope. Go recruit the swordsman, please, because I don't need more sociability and magic. I need a swordsman, maybe. You have expanded the guest house. More mouths there to feed, the more voices there are to speak for you. Your subjects will sick your foes at your behest. Okay. So what did that do precisely? He's back. Do we have troops now? No. Wait. Guest house. Ah, a stone fighter. A gold monk. A mage. And a silver fighter. Will serve you. Cool. So now we can send some... We have 4 things that we can recruit. And we can also continue to upgrade. Okay. This resolves, like, immediately. So, actually, give me a second. Mysterious Assistance is back. Nice. Can do nothing. Can improve attributes. Can improve attributes. Can give you more coins. Can do nothing. I think that's a can do nothing. Yeah, we can, like, literally upgrade to gold tier. That's how I got this tactic, actually. Can do nothing. Okay, nothing on the books. Can do nothing. Can do nothing. Can do nothing. Can increase piety. We have 4 on there, actually. Can do nothing. Can do nothing. I don't know what that does. It doesn't say it can do nothing. It doesn't say it can do anything at all. Maybe it upgrades? I'm not entirely certain. Very strange. Okay. Interesting. What happened to our vacant place? Yeah, this guest house is what has happened. I want the silver fighter. That might be useful for us. Mysterious assistance, we don't have to do right away. Headless dragon, we should probably... Do we have three? We have three of these, which will become silver, and then we could make it into gold if we wanted to, if we had enough time. This is the conviction. Yeah, we don't have any convictions to go in there, but that's fine. We still have these guys in the prison. That's also fine. We have another book hunt, which is combat and physique for the dark alley. We could recruit this guy. He's a criminal. We could also kill this guy, though this will not qualify because he's this is a silver and he's only bronze. So I don't have a silver level bloodshed for this. We do have horse betting though. Oh, this guy's nothing. My wife could do this. Like, literally, my wife could do this. Maybe he will enjoy horse betting. Maybe I should send my wife for the mysterious assistance and help improve her attributes just across the board. That might be best for her. I mean, as much as my attributes are fantastic, really, for being a silver card. And she's just a badass. So yeah, maybe I will have my wife do this. That'll be great. More book good. Not worried about any of that. We do need someone to manage the estate, which Lumera is good at, but so are we. Is there anything else that I need to worry about? I can't... As far as I know, I can't do this. Yeah, see, I can't... I need troops to deal with him, so this is just gonna not do anything. Which is fine, because it means that he's not trying to gain things over me. So I can just have you handle the house. I can give a book to you. Book of Whispers, maybe? Let's give her a little more wisdom, I think. Yeah, that'll be good. Have fun with that. House of Delights is you. We can also use the bloodshed card on a silver person. So if we wanted to, we could insert the Sultan's card here and just get rid of it, but I would much rather do a gold, honestly. There's also this, but I would need a passion, a silver level passion person for the Haunted Mansion. Should probably be very bad for me. This will reset the time on it, but we're not worried about that. Yeah, it's basically all that except for dragging into methinks. Which is fine. Not worried about it. Okay. And the guest house, I kind of want this retainer. I don't have anyone to go get him, but he will still be there. So I'm gonna... when your notoriety is 10 or higher, we can upgrade further. Our notoriety is 8. Okay. Wanderer. This is the story about a courtier who built a guest house and made friends from all corners of the world. Those who only dine with you once might be more reliable than so-called friends. Construct a guest house. Check. Okay. Well, this is how the day goes. I know, I hem and haw over these decisions so much. The observatory finally gives us stuff. The celestial globe rolled slowly and on a light sheet of copper with steel needles and rollers indicates shapes that were embossed, one of what might be the traces of truth or trajectories of destiny. We got Trajectory of Chime this time. Don't know what it does, but it's pretty cool looking. The maid has given you a lead. You begin your investigation. First, you must trace the path the tax collector's wife and child took on their journey home. Where did they go? Where did they vanish? You decide to send your people to walk the same road, to conduct a field investigation. Adilla unfolds a map, hoping to find clues of the lady's whereabouts. We need 2 successes out of 7 to gain some information. I'm pretty sure 6 is gonna do it just fine. Discovery. Through a relentless investigation, Adilla discovers records of the tax collector's wife and children passing through a way station. The station is very close to her parents' city. After that, they vanished. It seems she left the city safely. If the tax collector had murdered her, he would have done it earlier, before she was so far out of the city. Mission accomplished. Hearing that you intervened in the case, Quaes comes looking for you. Why are you against me? Do you want to overturn the conviction of such a heinous person? Defending his well-documented evil deeds? I totally misjudged you, you enemy of justice. Only then do you realize that he is handling this case. You tell him you just want to find out the truth, but he doesn't believe you. Stop making excuses. You just want money and fame, right? You also want to prove I'm wrong, just because I don't agree with you joining the Sultan's game. Quaes finishes speaking and leaves in a fury. Thus you part on bad terms. Preliminary investigation has appeared. People come to the estate. We make money. And the newly decorated house gives hope and confidence. Sometimes you even feel like the guests need these more than you do. But increasingly, we are caressing our bloodshed card. Ay ay. The Sultan has returned to his loyal court. But we did realize some inside information all the same. We send a rider and steed to compete. Place bets. If victorious, we will get reward. If not, we will lose everything. We have 4 dice to get at least 1 success with. Easy. Congratulations, we have made money. At the end of a weary day, you're passing through the shadows cast by the Sultan's palace walls, and a woman in white stands in our way. Do we need help? You hope Maggie can be more helpful. The next day, Maggie came home to your house, telling you she had a strange dream. The details aren't clear, but it was a pleasant, auspicious dream, and it was about you. She gains +1 charisma and +1 physique. Nice. The dark alley is flooded with countless unknown things, stolen goods, and worse. However, we only need to keep watch. The bookstore owner, much like a hound, can always sniff out his target. Just make sure he doesn't get hit with a blackjack. We need 4 successes out of 22. 12 is greater than 4. Unless you add the 2 numbers together, in which case it only means 3. A single wave. Today's a good day. We find a book. The book used to be, books used to be a refuge, but now all we can see is metaphors and satire of our own lives. Well, sucks to be us. Behind the yellow sands. Reading can improve ourselves, and we learned wisdom. However, you discovered the secret of the boundless sands. We got all kinds of things going on now. The Sultan has returned to the palace. And you plan to open a guest house in the dark alley, a refuge for those assisting you, though not respectable. Yet you hesitate. Who manages it? This individual must be a commoner, adept at handling vendors and all sorts. A good cook, as a guest house draws with free meals. Loyal enough to avert risk, and quick-witted, who knows what dark alley because who knows what dark alley holds. What about the cook from your territory? Upon hearing your dilemma, Maggie suggests his name was Habib, remember? When we first toured your lands upon marriage, we enjoyed his meal. You had summoned him, commended the food, that's why I remember his name. You slap your forehead in realization! Maggie's idea hits the mark. You send for Habib, expected tomorrow, opening the guest house soon. Sweet Whip is back. Equipment Merchant has updated his stuff. The pomegranate garden is back. Nice. As is the leather boots, which are actually pretty special. The Shield of Abara is a pretty good accessory for certain types as well. Alright, let's get ourselves organized. Trajectory time gives wisdom and magic and rerolls. Wow, that's amazing. I think I may have to start adding these up here. Not gonna lie. These all need to go up here. It's what it is. The books are dwindling, so we may be reconfiguring this again. The Djinn Kingdom triggers the Forest of the Djinn adventure and also gives +1 sociability. Okay. That can go down here. We still need to deal with this blue somehow. But this puts us in a pretty good position. Nice. Okay. Receiving Divine Grace, I don't really care about. The Observatory is gonna do its thing anyway. The Goldbird House resolves tomorrow. As does Longtime Research. This guy is out and about again, but Dilla is back, which is useful. I don't care about this guy. The guest house, on the other hand. We've got a mage, a monk, a stone fighter, and a silver fighter. We don't quite have the notoriety to upgrade the guest house, but we could grab this fighter and see what they could do. If it would solve a bloodshed card. Boundless Sands. Let's see. It will take a long time. Please be prepared. Each position requires different attributes, but the expedition's success depends on survival and physique. You must spend 5 coins. A sage capable of map charting, constellation reading, and distinguishing ancient sites, so wisdom of 4 or higher. A combat of at least 4, a survival of at least 4, and will the adventurous general come this time? That's a good question. Also, this. We need at least one person. They can have a backup, some consumables, and 3 coins, with sociability and charisma to sort that out. Okay. Quaes is here. He has a point of support, so we don't actually have to go to court if we don't want to. It's fine. Could also just kill him. I'm not gonna do that. That's just mean. Who's in the House of Delights? Shama is in the House of Delights. We could try to bloodshed her. I don't wanna. Your stats are pretty fantastimagical, to be honest. Let's see if we can't deal with this. Alright, I think this is probably for the best. Honestly. He comes out tomorrow, so that's pretty good. This will have to be done elsewhere. Could just do this. It will resolve immediately. These people will risk everything for you after enjoying your meal, at least until it's digested. Recruitment successful. Come back next time. So we do have a fighter as a retainer here. I cannot unequip him. So that's how retainers work. Interesting. Good to know. Sure, she can go there. We can go back to the guest house. There's no retainer here. So whoever goes to fetch the retainer gets the retainer, essentially. Interesting. So what I could do is, since this hasn't procced off yet, we need sociability and charisma for them, right? So if we send our wife to this one, and her to here. They can both recruit retainers before they go off on this investigation. Maybe I don't need inside information quite that high. Because now they both have retainers that are going to up their stats. That's what that's for. Cool. You have a retainer that is not useful to me at this time. You can go get him. Yeah, they're basically extra pets. Because, like, they don't actually hold a slot. They just are kind of one use. Tag to specific people. Okay. So I can't use them... I can't use them as sacrifices. Unfortunately. But it's fine. It's fine. Alright. I'm gonna save it here. And we will resolve all this setup tomorrow. I would like to overwrite stream save. Thank you. Alright, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me today for yet another delve into Sultan's game. I am Mayrin Althea-Tover, and I stream Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern US time. So if that's not your time zone, please throw on a follow either here or over on Blue Sky. Put on notifications in either or preferably both, and you'll know when I go live. Alternatively, on Blue Sky, or rather the perk of joining me over on Blue Sky, is that we can talk about the game. We can talk about our interests. We can get to know each other as friends. You may have to at me, but I am trying to get better at social media, and I could absolutely use your help. I also have a YouTube channel. I make no money, absolutely zero. But I do put all of my VODs into handy dandy playlists for any time, day or night. If you just need my company and you like the soothingness of my voice, you are welcome to pop on a playlist, get, you're cleaning, you're cooking, you're working, you're just feel like companying done, and watch something that you might appreciate. You can also check out all the other games that I have streamed in case there's something to your interest that you can check out elsewhere. So feel free to go hit up on YouTube, subscribe, and ring the bell if you want to know when the VODs go live because you missed something. That's entirely up to you, however. I also raid my stream friends here on Twitch because they're all fantastic, magical people, and I hope that you will copy pasta my raid message and send them love as well. But you are welcome to use whatever love, heart, or raid emojis that you have available to you in turn. Do not feel like you have to use my copy pasta basic thing. You can use your own as well. I'm happy to support every thing. But we're gonna go say hi to Psycho Phoenix, aka PP. She always lurks in my chat while she's streaming because she's absolutely fantastic magical. She's playing Dead by Daylight at the moment, but she is a variety streamer in that she plays a variety of games per stream, whereas I am a variety streamer in that I play a variety of games over time, but one at a time. So please give her all my love. She's sassy, she's British, she's wonderful, she's so much fun, and I hope that I will see you again tomorrow for some more Sultan's game. Until then, you guys, we raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye, everyone.